If you're a woman over 35 and you thought running was the answer to weight loss, I was you, and I can tell you that's the wrong answer. What I'm about to share with you excites me because it's going to change completely how you think about movement and permanent weight loss. By the way, this is only one of the things I help women inside my free community understand. Have you noticed that no matter how much you run, the fat around your belly doesn't go away? You're exercising constantly, you are eating right, and yet the scale isn't moving. This love comes back to cortisol. Here is what happens when you run. The moment you start, especially in those first couple of minutes, your body needs a quick source of energy to keep up with the intensity. So it releases cortisol, your stress hormone, to pump sugar into your bloodstream fast enough to fuel your workout. But here is the problem. When you are running 5, 6, 7 miles daily, hoping that this is going to help you melt the fat, that spike of cortisol that I explained at the beginning is not a spike anymore. Your cortisol levels stay chronically elevated, and chronically elevated cortisol does one thing really well: stores fat. Remember, for your body, fat equals energy, specifically around your belly. So here you are working harder, you are burning more calories, but your hormones are working against you the entire time. Really, your body is doing what it's supposed to do, but in this case, it's backfiring. And here is when the magic of walking changes everything. Walking actually lowers your cortisol levels. So instead of spiking your cortisol levels like running does, you are actually calming your nervous system down. You are telling your body, hey, we are safe. We don't need to hold on to that fat any longer. And when your body feels safe, when your nervous system is regulated and your cortisol is coming down, that's when the belly fat starts to melt and weight loss becomes sustainable. I'm going to share with you one of my secrets. And when you walk, and instead of any time, when you do it exactly, intentionally, after your meals, you are supporting also digestion and your metabolism. I personally walk 10 to 15 minutes after each meal. And I don't do it every single day, but I try to do 10,000 steps a day. And I break it throughout the day. How? Instead of parking next to the place that I'm going, I park in the farther spot. Every time I have the opportunity to use the stairs, I do that instead of the elevator. And I also walk to warm up before I start doing my weightlifting workout. And I can tell you for personal experience, at 48, I am the leanest and more energized when I walk consistently. And let me tell you something. I used to run 1 hour a day, and I noticed my anxiety was high. I was holding more fat around my belly, and my body just felt stressed all day. Once I shifted to walking as my primary movement and focused on regulating my nervous system, everything changed. All the extra weight dropped, and even more important, it stayed off. I lost all the extra weight over 15 years ago. And this is because now my cortisol only spikes when it's actually needed, not chronically. So here is what I want you to take away from this video. You do not have to run to lose weight. In fact, if you are a woman over 35 dealing with extra weight and a body that you feel stuck in there, running may actually be the thing that is making this process harder. You don't have to start with the 10,000 steps. Just start with 10 to 15 minutes after your meals, especially dinner. That one is a non-negotiable, by the way. And to walk, you don't need a gym. You don't need a treadmill. You can walk around your living room, your kitchen, go up, down the stairs, whatever. You get my point. Also, walk outside whenever you can. And if you're wondering well, how do I integrate this into my schedule? Well, you just swapping. The time that you were using to run, now we are going to walk. And you know what is the beauty of this? Walking is something that you cannot overdo. Of course, as long as you're doing it in a comfortable pace. And if you are tired of pushing your body harder and harder and still not seeing results, that's a sign that your nervous system needs support, not more stress. So come join me in my free community. The link is in the description. There we talk about how to work with your body, regulate your cortisol, and create permanent implement weight loss without punishing yourself, because I know you have worked hard enough. So it's time to work smart.